Where you going?
There we go.
Hello.
Who's that?
Welcome to Illumini. Feel free to wander around anywhere you like. Be careful of the flooring, it is slightly uneven. And the lighting in there is subdued, but it's not dark. If you'd like a torch to read the information that's on the wall, then feel free. They're in the Christmas stockings on the wall. Would you like a glow stick, little girl?
Yes, me and Kirsty would love a glow stick.
Oh, two. I'm not expecting to give you two, am I?
Okay, well, just one for Kirsty then.
Thank you.
And Kirsty is all the way from Scotland to come down and help us, which I think is absolutely fantastic. Say hello to everybody.
Hey.
Right, me and Kirsty are going to take a wander in into the crypt, if I walk slower, and show you what we have here. Now, first of all, we got this like a kind of giant skeleton thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
And like a polar bear, which is pretty cool. And there's our donation bucket. Not that we've had huge amounts in it, but it's there. Okay, and here we go. Oh, yeah, we should have done a bit of filming. See all these decorations up here, guys? All done by the hands of our volunteer here, Kirsty.
Don't forget to film the fabulous Christmas trees at the end of the main corridor. My artwork. The artist. The stars.
Yep, we were lucky to have Kirsty's artistic skills. There we go. And right. Also, you will see all the twigs here. We had some fun with some twigs. Shall I shine the torch on there, Kirsty? I don't know if this is picking up very well on the camera, but basically we have loads and loads of white twigs, and then like loads of like Christmas foliage and everything on the archway. Right, also done by Kirsty. Right then, in we go.
Was she actually allowed
Okay, let's go down here. So Kirsty, when did you actually come with us? What day did you start?
On the 27th of November.
Okay, and what made you want to come all the way down from Scotland to here just to work with us bunch of nutters on this project?
I found out about your event on the internet, and I read a lot about what some of your aims and goals were with wanting to make art more accessible, and I just thought, you know, the artwork online was just so brilliant, and the fact that it was free and that you were so motivated and wanting to inspire people was just so nice, and I thought it would be wonderful to check it out, but even better to just help out.
Cool. So you ever worked on art projects before?
I haven't worked in an art exhibition, but I've dabbled in the arts myself, very unsuccessfully.
Why was it so unsuccessful?
Well, actually, it was successful for me because I felt like I was making a statement with my artwork, and I really liked it, but you know, when you're in university and things and you're getting graded on sort of your technique rather than your kind of idea and statement. And
Alright, so you actually studied visual arts?
A little bit at first year. In high school, I did a bit kind of in the last year of high school, and that really kind of motivated me to try stuff out. But in university, it was kind of like, you know, you had to be absolutely perfect at doing all the still lives and all of that, and if you weren't, your art wasn't good enough, right? But you know, here you've got a lot of really creative and different things, and it is quite inspiring to look at.
Do you think with like being with part of the team here and kind of helping out that you might have actually found some sort of skills maybe that you didn't know you had before?
Yeah, I think that I do have a better artistic eye than I necessarily thought, because a lot of the things that, you know, I helped with and you said the ideas I came up with were quite good and stuff, and you had me as a second eye for a lot of things, which, you know, someone giving you that trust to try something new really kind of shows you that you can do more and that, you are actually, you maybe do have a better eye for things than you thought.
So it may have actually helped with your confidence as well as your creative eye. So could you just tell us a little bit about maybe some of the things that you've actually been doing while you've been with Illumini?
Well, in the setup, I was working a lot on kind of the touches that make the space extra special, like working on the entranceway, and you might see the snow down here near the ground. Things like that, just adding the extra special touches that make the space that much more interesting for people to come through. And also just kind of lending a helping hand in any small thing that someone might have needed help with. And being a second eye for different lighting effects and things like that. And then once it's been on, I've been working a lot more on, my communication skills and greeting people and informing them about the event and things like that.
Would you like to demonstrate the snowflake machine for us? That would be quite cool.
Oh, my last snowflake wasn't all that good.
This has been quite a popular piece, hasn't it?
Yeah, really. So, hold on, I think there might be a thing that needs to be printed.
Oh yeah, press print again.
Okay, the signs of snow. Here we go. Press start. So you can press the humidity and temperature. And just watch it go. That's really good. What do you think, Jane?
It's sitting pretty cool. What I quite like about this piece is every single piece is totally different. Like actual snow. Snow's like a fingerprint, which is actually. This is what's so interesting about this particular piece is the fact that all the children have come along and played with it, and the adults have had just as much fun as you can see here. But they're actually learning something at the same time, which is quite nice. Nice educational piece. So zoom in there, that looks quite nice. There we go. That was Kirsty Snowflake. She has now been an artist within Illumini.
Just press the print again.
Yeah. Okay, me and Kirsty are gonna. We'll do that one later. We'll have a kind of wander over here, and these were from Jeremy's. Did you actually notice these were changing colour?
Yeah, actually, over the course of the event, I've really kind of grown to appreciate them more. Because at first, I didn't really look at them all that carefully, but they really are beautiful.
Yeah, they're quite subtle actually. I think that's when you walk past, you don't actually realise there's a hell of a lot happening, but they do very subtly change. As hopefully this is picking up on the camera. Filming and for sort of photographing these kind of events can be a little bit of a nightmare. And our noisy piece. Maybe you'd like to tell us a bit about our noisy piece that we got here. What have we got here then, Kirsty?
Oh, we have here a tree, which you're supposed to write what your favorite Christmas present that you ever received was. And there's a big prize for the best and most creative. Is that right, Jane?
Yep, that's correct. And we've had some really quite interesting comments written up there.
Yeah, as well as some wishes, like I want magic and things.
We did have a nice one about a big scarf that could wrap up the whole world to keep it warm, which I thought was quite a cute one. That's kind of the winner so far in my eyes, but I'm sure that there's probably a lot more there that we haven't read yet.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, this is the noisy one. With the kiddies' toys. Okay, and let's move down to actually Kirsty's favourite. Let's go and see Kirsty's favourite one.
My favorite of
It's taken us several days to kind of figure out. No, it's not the projection on the floor. I just thought I'd film that. It's taken her a few days to kind of figure out which one she thought would be her favourite, and maybe you can tell us why, Kirsty. This is I should say this is. This is the Christmas cracker by Judy Foot.
Yeah, over the course of it, I've kind of, I like all of the pieces in a different way, but it's kind of the most magical to me, and it just kind of makes me feel quite happy, and I've always loved things that are kind of rainbow colored as well. Yeah, I do really like the interactive advent calendar as well. It's another one that I really like.
That is quite cool. We'll go and see that one in a minute.
Yeah, but definitely, there's just kind of something special about it. That's all I can really say. Yeah.
Okay, and then we kind of go around this one. Did you actually notice with this piece that we're coming up to, Susan Ayres? Now, you kind of see this wintry image on the outside, like a big box.
Mm-hmm.
Did you actually notice the hole straight away? Did you realise that you had to look through there?
Yeah.
You did? Okay. Yeah. Yes. Well,
You
I
know
knew
what,
because I could kind of cheat, couldn't I? Because I was the one that sort of got the submission. Let's see if we can get the camera
I
in
did
here.
actually notice the outsides of these ones right away.
As well. Well, obviously Kirsty's got the eye for the arts. It's not picking up the outside, unfortunately, on this. But
We'll get a picture.
yeah, let's get a photo of that one. But let's see if I can take you in here. And can you remember what sort of things are inside here?
Like a nice, beautiful wintry scene, I believe.
Yeah, it's like a little winter kind of wonderland, yeah. Sorry for the jiggling around, but I'm kind of nearly bending down trying to get the camera in the hole. But yeah, basically it's a complete little winter wonderland that's kind of hidden inside this large box. You can see little robins and snow and all sorts of things, and there reindeer at the back.
Should try to get over the torch.
Yeah, if you shine that, that's perfect. Okay, here we've got a bit more help here from Kirsty shining the torch, but this is it's quite a remarkable piece because it's kind of traditional on the inside, and but on the outside it's actually quite modern. Like you've got these guys kind of hanging out, having a cigarette outside the shop, looking at the window. I think there's someone on a cash point machine outside. I think there's something strange. What's the one outside? Yeah, an old lady waiting for the bus or something.
Yeah, the other one is a cash point.
Yeah, can we go and have a look over at this one? Yeah, there's the person. I do quite like that bit. I think it's quite funny.
It kind of reminds me a bit of like Banksy.
Reminds you of you, sorry?
Banksy.
Yeah. I suppose it's the stenciling type. Right, here we got one of your friends. You've made a new friend.
Yeah.
This artist. This is Joe Taylor's work. And what do you think about this piece?
Well, I've always liked it. I can't even really say what it is about it. I like it, but ever since I kind of walked around all of them, I've always been really drawn to this piece. Do you have any thoughts on it, Jane?
Yeah, it's a remarkable piece. I think what sort of draws my attention mainly into it is the fact that obviously that the work is the light boxes of the two figures, the two angels. But I mean, I think what sets it off for me is the fact that there's so much detail has been done, and the fact that they've thought about the actual space and actually built a complete piece, which basically kind of represents a very church kind of Gothic sort of structure, which I think is quite remarkable. And I don't know if you can pick up on this, but there's basically all ivy wrapped around the top of this as well. So yeah, even the little comment book it's actually made quite Gothically as well. Yeah, it all kind of fits in quite nicely. Yeah, like you were saying earlier with the finishing touches that you did, like the snow and everything else, there's loads of it around here, and helping with the setting up of the bows and everything. It is sometimes the finishing touches, the little things that make all the difference. And here we got this piece is quite interesting. Let's see if we can get it to shine up. Right, it wasn't the original piece that was meant to be here, but the artist sold the work. But it's kind of They didn't actually come to install this, their friend did, but I kind of thought, as it was meant to be psycho grass, it kind of fitted quite well just in between these tombstones with some snow around it, and it's kind of fitted, and we've added some lighting in there with a bit of help from Kirsty, and more twigs. We had so many of those twigs, we just kind of was putting them everywhere towards the end in the Christmas trees. But yeah, it's a nice entrance in actually for Joe's piece when you're standing on the other side, which we'll see in a minute when we go around. But we go further up along and come and see Taz's again from the other side. Did you actually realise what these were made of?
It's flower pots, isn't it?
Yeah, they are, but did you realise that when you first kind of...
Actually,
Yeah.
That's quite cool.
Quite remarkable. These have been very popular actually, and she's one of our
the
youngest.
shadows are quite nice as well.
Yeah, they are.
never
Well, yeah,
noticed that
that's
before.
true, yeah.
That's good effect.
Imagine if that was hanging into
Yeah.
I'll just zoom in there on what Kirsty's talking about. But basically those shadows, yeah, they could be quite cool.
Yeah, but a lot of people have absolutely loved this.
Yeah.
I've been just so surprised at what it's actually made of.
Yeah, it's been a popular one. When we turn around and we come to Colin Johnson's piece, which has got a bit of an aroma. Seems to be a bit milder today. I think we might need to plug the other one in. These are kind of themed on oranges at Christmas time. And again, this is another one with shadows, if you think about it. It's there's some nice shadows coming up on that back wall there.
I've never seen the colours change on that.
Yeah, this is so we can zoom in on this. It's yeah, it's another one that's very subtle. Sometimes subtle things work really well.
Yeah.
It's slowly picking up on the camera, not as nicely as what we can see. Obviously, the only problem with video camera, you never quite get the colours the same.
Yeah.
But hopefully you guys can see that that's slowly changing there. Sort of orange segments. It just makes me think of Terry's chocolate orange. I don't know about you. Mind you, we've been stuffing so much chocolate since we've been here. Okay.
All those little tiny chocolates are really adding up.
Yeah. And then we come
to
around.
the Fiesta Resistance.
Yeah.
It's Jane Webb.
And the camera's not in focus, typical.
Yeah.
Come on. That's it. Okay, now this is well, let Kirsty tell you what this is. So I'd be a bit biased about talking about it as it's my piece.
No, it's Father Crypt-mas, and I would like Jane to talk about it actually.
Yeah, this piece is all made out of like recycled electronic components. Basically made this piece for the children. It's come and visit like an alternative Christmas. Father Christmas, I should say. And
Father Crypt-mas is a time-traveling android.
yes, he is. And basically it's just a little story that we put up there that sort of explains how Santa magically manages to get around every single child on Christmas Eve. The funny thing with this is Kirsty's actually been playing Santa here for a few days now, and as you can see over on our right hand side, we have a sleigh again made out of circuit boards and sort of goodies and treats and paints and mainly creative stuff. We do have a few sweets there for the adults, but paint sets and colouring books and etc. And Kirsty's been kind of sat there helping out and giving the children their creative gifts. And you probably noticed the same as me that some of the adults have actually been quite freaked out by this piece, but the kids love it.
I know. I really like it, but it's had very mixed reviews with the adults.
Yeah. But hey, I don't mind as being the curator, I don't mind if people don't like
exactly.
it.
I think that anything that is making people talk,
Yeah,
that's what you
exactly.
want
Yeah,
in
yeah.
art. Same with theatre, like if it makes
That's
people
very,
talk.
very true, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a great believer of that myself. It's like people don't always have to like your work, but if they've talked about it
Yeah, be
and it's
intrigued.
caused a discussion,
Yeah,
you
it's
kind of
fun.
you've hit off on something.
Yeah, and of course I love these decorations as well. I find them really inspiring. And did you say how you made these?
These actually these are cut out circuit boards, which was extremely difficult to do, and kind of, even though they're quite simple shapes, it still was a nightmare. But we've had quite a few people want to buy them, which is quite strange, but we just said, give us a donation and I'll post you one in the post after the event. So we've got all sorts of shapes there, snowmen and angels and etc. Right, then we move around onto, we had a lot of information that we put up on the wall And this is where Kirsty was like a huge help, because we had some artists that basically didn't turn up due to the weather conditions. And it was a mad panic at the end, really, to get the venue to look half reasonable. And some of the information was actually, this is all information about the history of Father Christmas and all the different Father Christmases you get all around the world, which is actually quite interesting information. And we had that anyway that we were going to pin up, but we had a lot of like extra information that we kind of had to fill spaces with, and Kirsty was actually quite creative with this and managed to pull it off quite well. We're filling spaces to make it look quite good. Right, this piece is by Sarah Blood. Now, maybe you could demonstrate what everybody's been doing with this piece, which is actually quite funny. It's something we've been spotting through the course of the event. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, people have been trying to take pictures. You can hardly see Kirsty there, but basically, yeah, so the horns are coming out the head. I'm sure we'll have a few photos on Facebook and stuff like that of this particular piece like that. But yeah, quite a good fun piece. What do you think of the neon?
Yeah, I think it's cool.
Yeah, it's been quite a cool one, hasn't it? In a way, it's quite interactive in its own way, with people sort of being creative and taking their own pictures.
I think that's been quite an interesting thing to watch, is see, because so many people have cameras nowadays, what will they take a picture of and how will they take the picture, you know, and it just one day someone started doing that and everyone, you know, has now since then been taking that type of picture. It's been quite interesting, you know.
Yeah, it's funny it's funny because they all think they've come up with the most unique idea as well, don't they? And that's what's quite amusing about it. They all think they're being quite creative, but I quite like that. See, that's the thing. We got a little mystery seat there that we can kind of sit down and play Santa Claus and kind of spy on people. So it's all good fun. Loads more snow again.
Oh, don't forget the.
Yeah, don't forget the snow here.
Scarf as well.
Oh yes, we
That's what I'm calling.
Yes, we had a Well, I think I'll leave Kirsty to tell you about that one in private. Interesting piece. Right, and then we kind of, this is like the wall where there was supposed to be some artwork all the way down. But we have managed to, with the help of Kirsty, to fill the space with a lot of the Christmas facts that we did and prepared. But I see you've got Christmas facts and sort of things, well, you know, did you know this, that and the other? All interesting things. Some of the stuff is quite remarkable, actually. You know, some countries even counsel Christmas and you wasn't allowed it. And it's sort of started off a big, huge conversation with us, really, hasn't it? About sort of controversial things and stuff, not just at Christmas.
Things are just really shocking, actually.
It is quite surprising. Let me just pause it. And kind of demonstrate by maybe going and pushing a door.
My favorite one, actually, is down here somewhere. He's on his way.
So which one's that? That one down there?
He's on his way.
Oh, you have to keep doing that so I can... He's on his way.
That's my favorite one.
Yeah.
Actually. But yeah, basically when you walk in front of it, they flip over and it's an interactive advent calendar. And it's just a lot of fun to use.
Yeah, I mean, we've had people kind of like, because you literally can just go up and press the doors and they start opening. You've got like a Santa Claus on a cross there. And all sorts of fun bits and pieces. And then in the corner here, we got a Vin's piece. Kirsty's met Vin, one of our newer artists, who's more of a designer than an artist, normally by trade. But had a go at making this first piece. And what do you reckon to this one?
It's another one that I really like. I quite like the colours of it, and the more I look at it, the more kind of freaky I find it, but it's really been a good talking piece. I found that the children absolutely love it, and then the adults kind of...
Yeah, a bit like mine.
Yeah, somewhere along the way, something happens between childhood and adulthood that just becomes terrifying. So it's been quite interesting because it's a very big love and hate split on it.
Yes, I think there has. Yeah. We did have one little child come out screaming yesterday from seeing this piece, but in all, it's actually amused most of the children.
It's a deaf butterfly.
What's that?
A deaf butterfly.
A deaf
Look at the scar, the new reaper.
Right, okay, I think, have we pretty much covered all the work? I don't know if we have. Don't we do?
Take a trip to the shop or to the children's workshop?
Yep, yeah, let's do that. That's a good idea. So what have you noticed about the sort of children's workshop that we've got here? Or what is it? What is it about? What?
Well, it's a place to kind of, you go and look around this really creative event, and you have a place in which you can also, use your creative energy that you pick up in the space and try and make yourself a Christmas card. And there's also a space for comments as well to hang on our futuristic tree to your right.
Which is which way round is our tree then, Kirsty?
Upside down.
Oh, we just thought we'd be different and put it upside down. There we go, more decorations there by Kirsty. Yeah, basically we've exactly what she says. We've we put a table together, literally just full of craft bits, paints, crayons, sticky on things, anything that glitters, it goes on there. Left out some cards, and obviously we've got loads of shapes of all the, as you can see on the Christmas tree there, snowman and Christmas tree shapes and everything.
Please give generously before you leave.
And we don't actually beg quite like, I mean the shoes are quite funky, we're kind of liking the glowing shoes here by another one of the volunteers. And yeah, Illumini staff, and yeah, kind of shaking buckets in people's faces. No, we actually don't do that here. We suddenly just leave them there and just hope that they might contribute. And yeah, then we've got some Christmas trees. So yeah, getting back to the craft shop before we was rudely interrupted there. We've had some fantastic, we've kind of had some interesting cards made for us, haven't we, by the kids?
Oh, yeah.
Who do you think's made the biggest mess here, though?
Definitely the adults. I think the adults might have even had the most fun out of it, to be quite honest.
Yeah, I think you're probably right with that. I mean, we should have filmed this a bit earlier on into the event rather than right at the very end, because this is showing quite an empty table of paints and pencils and God knows what. But yeah, it's been well used, to say the least.
Oh, I think my favourite one is somewhere in here. Dear Santa, I would like a chocolate. Surprised I didn't make it myself.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah.
Did you do it, ladies?
Yes, yes.
Thank you. Big fella.
Ah, on first one bit more.
No problem. Yeah, you like the Crypt-mas fairy? Yeah, with the wings.
So what do you think your experiences of being at Illumini? Have you kind of had a good time with us?
Oh, I've definitely had a good time. I found everyone's been so generous and helpful, so yeah, and it's let me kind of be a little bit more creative in the setup, and then kind of, just work on kind of interpersonal skills, like around the shop and things like that. But overall, I got to meet a lot of really nice people and kind of think more about my creative side and kind of just all the things that go into running an event, and it's been quite enlightening in that way.
Thanks for coming. Bye-bye.
Yeah, Kirsty's been a huge help with helping out in many, many different ways, actually. A bit of a jack of all trades, which is good. That's what we like, and happy to get stuck in and do a bit of everything. She's like, what we'll do is we'll show you tomorrow, as it's a bit dark now, we'll show you the front entrance that was actually decorated. One of her first jobs she'd only been here 5 minutes. She had a staple gun in her hands, was outside in the freezing cold, bless her, and was stapling all branches to our front entrance, which looks absolutely stunning. And yeah, so what else have we got? We kind of we got these paints here that I kind of got for the kids, and the idea of the shop, unfortunately, is that we do have to try and make money back, as we're not for profit organisation. And these paint sets here normally retail about 10 quid or whatever. I'm not trying to sell them to you at all. It's just that I'm trying to show you the texture of these. Now, we had quite a few samples that we thought would be good fun to let some of the volunteers and the staff and everything. I don't know if you can see that on the camera. There's a big kind of Nemo there. Well, none of us did anything quite as clever as that, unfortunately. That is, even though that was probably done by a child, they are brilliant in comparison to some of the ones that we've had on display. Now, here we kind of go. We've got a little Illumini gallery kind of starting up here. And we'll start with that one in the corner, which is the one with the dreads. This is Joe Taylor. Supposed to be a self-portrait. I don't know what the hell's happened to her nose. Now, these people are actually artists. It's kind of a bit worrying. And we have a 3D effect going on in there in the mouth. And yeah, okay. Well, that one's Joe's. I don't know what else I can say about that. Sorry, Joe. And yeah, that one's mine there in the middle. No, I am so lying. That is not mine. I still haven't done mine, actually, but we'll pretend that one is. Okay, this one's quite cool. This one's Vin's. Kind of 60s psychedelic face with Union Jack kind of pattern in the background. This one's kind of fun, but unfortunately the artist didn't realise what side they were supposed to actually paint on, and painted on the back of the canvas. But still, nonetheless, considering this person was actually not an artist but a volunteer, it's actually been quite an interesting piece, and everybody said quite good fun looking at this. And I think it's the most popular one, actually. So considering the volunteer is not an artist, that's quite good. Now here we have a self-portrait by Kirsty herself. There we go, and if we can just zoom in and there a little bit. Notice pink coat, black scarf. And yep, then we can just kind of show. Okay, let me see, pink, black, there we go. The only thing we're a bit concerned about is what the green blob is. Let's focus on that green blob. She was telling me it's light coming out, but yeah, mind you, we do have green light in Illumini, so it's possible.
Someone wanted me to go and do a job while I was busy having fun painting.
I think that was a dig at the boss there.
But I've decided it's a lighting effect.
Yeah, these paints, to be fair, so all these people that have done these dodgy paintings, this stuff is nearly impossible. I don't know where I got it from. It's more of a sort of sculptural style stuff, and yeah, quite difficult to actually use, isn't it? Really, girls, it's pretty much nearly impossible. We've done a lot of stuff with the children, actually. Not only have we sort of like had the workshop, but we're sort of giving out to all the kids glow sticks, aren't we? As we come in, well, Kirsty's quite good at that as well. She's been giving out glow sticks, helping on the shop, counting the people as they come in, going round and sort of introducing people to certain pieces of artwork and how it works and everything, and as well as putting up some of the event and actually creating our own stuff and our own bits and pieces with the twigs and all the other bits and pieces and the decorations here, and yeah, and giving safety instructions out to our guests. And no, we're very pleased to have her down, and kind of look forward and hope that she'll be able to come and work with us again sometime. Well, I think I think that I'm sure we can all say that we've found it absolutely amazing dedication to somebody who doesn't actually even know us. I find it quite remarkable, and the fact that they were reliable, they turned up, she's been here every day, she said she'd be here. And thank the organisation that actually did fund her, which was People Making Waves. So thank you guys in Scotland. That was quite remarkable, because not only does it give Kirsty here an opportunity to come down and actually be very creative herself, and she's been very inspired by the event and hopefully learned a few bits and pieces, but it's been actually fantastic for not just myself and my organisation, but also all the artists involved and the public, to sort of meet somebody else from a slightly different background that's actually come down to be involved in this project. So great idea, and keep up the good work, guys, and hopefully you'll send us a few more people down. But can we have Kirsty back next time as well? We'd like to have Kirsty back. Okay, well, thank you, and that's out for Illumini. Bye.